rotate myself in certain areas to get bottles. Heading to the store now. Good morning. Yes, morning. It's Monday. Heading to the store for tacos, and I'm going to go to the gym for stuff. The issue is, because I know the bike tire's been a little flat, that it might not be good. So, again, I'm still thinking about taking, I don't know. I have to wait to see, like, a couple hours to see what the more immediate forecast is going to be like until this evening. Because right now, Bowenrotter just says that it has no idea that I'm not on Wi-Fi anymore. Yeah, Bowenrotter, which gives me my decent radar. Yeah, precipitation expected, none until 2:30. And the 8 hour, I don't really have anything for my area. That doesn't necessarily mean that tonight's not gonna. We had some thunderstormies roll around this morning, but meh. Okay, so potatoes not in stock right now. I think there's a lot of things moved around, but we determined that the Snippers is better. XXL Philadelphia, whoa. But yeah, so there's something big happening today in this store. Like, nothing's in stock, it seems like. Everything's out in the aisles. It's all... everything's moved around. They're rearranging this store, it seems. And I can't seem to find anything because as I'm moving around looking for things to buy for what I need, usually every week, it's in a completely different position. Like, Fred Meyer did this to me once. They moved a whole aisle. They did this with aisles, and my whole pattern was fucked up for months. And I'm like, why you do this? Just leave things alone. So, one of my friends on TikTok was talking about surrendering visa, and I was looking at visa requirements for former citizens, and it took me to an embassy website. It says, losing your citizenship in Amsterdam or something like that. And it led me to a PDF document that said the 4 requirements to renouncing your US citizenship. You must meet all of them. Be over the age of 18 or older, be able to read or write English, that one does not have an intellectual or developmental disability, and I already forgot the 4th one, but it was that one. And I was like, what is autism? But then it made me realize about all the other people in the United States that are in full capacity of their faculties, can lead a normal life, and would probably actually do better outside the United States, but have a developmental disability like autism, so are bound to the United States indefinitely. I mean, to be fair, if I cannot give up my US citizenship, according to their requirements, but I can get a Dutch one, it means I can have dual passport, because the United States won't physically let me get rid of mine. Even if they say it's a requirement to doing so. I mean, I've heard of throwing a wrench in the gears, but this is fucked up. Oh, okay. So, yeah. I mean, there's multiple things that could mean. We're still a year away from even me doing anything like that. I wanted to finish all my chest press and row sets. I sent a message on TikTok to Paul, who hasn't got back to me, but he's probably, working. He's a linguist. Probably has classes until at least the evening, depending on which people it's university level, so it's possible he has evening classes. Anyways, but yeah, did not realize that. That puts a kink in the plans. Maybe. One of the teammates I was talking to, because I wanted to talk about it in general. But, yeah, see, there's my back. Yeah, so there's not much to do about that right now. It's just really nice to see that. Anyways, so what I did was I grabbed 24 and did one set of 15 on that one. And was like, nah, we'll warm up. And then I grabbed the 26s. So 2 kilos heavier, so about 5 pounds more-ish. It's weird. So you gotta think 20 kilos is 45 pounds. So I'll do it right now. 26 kilos in pounds. Okay, so it's 7 pounds more. Oh, it's a great stretch on the hips. I'm all like spread eagle at this thing, but anyways, I need to do shoulders, military press and stuff. But, so I did one set of 10. Felt a little weak at number 10, so I wound up doing 3 sets of 10. Instead of 2 sets of 15. You'd think the numbers are still the same. I still move the same amount of weight, because it was 3 of 15, which is 45. Instead of doing, but I did, like I said, a 24 and then 3 sets of 10 on 26. And so, yeah. And then I just used the 26s on my row, single hand, and so yeah. Not much I gotta do now. It's 4 o'clock, the clock says. Yeah, that's what that clock says. So I gotta do shoulders, and I'm gonna do biceps, triceps. Oh, there's someone on the lat pull down, of course. The one time I wanted to use the lat pull down. Whatever, if I do shoulders, hopefully she'll get out of the way. I need some water. So, just got out of the gym. Earlier, when I went to Albertheim, I didn't do the Statichel. I put the bottles in, but I didn't beep it. So I got a Koopstekelsboeken, and I was able to use that for 52 off, but I was just barely over. I was at like 54, so if I'd have used my Staticheldbon, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So happy mistake. Secondary thing I learned, they're not interchangeable between stores. Yeah. Fun. So, yeah. If they're interchangeable between stores, cool. But I tried to beep it for like 410 here, but it didn't work. It does have the store printed on it, so maybe not so much tomorrow, but I'll try Wednesday. I'm also not sure if I can still do it on different days. Like, huh? Like, you know what I mean? So, interesting. It did say on the register, contact en medewerker, and I'm like, I just don't really want them to like futz around with it in case it is limited to per store. But if I go to Iberland on Wednesday and try to use it, I'm like, hey, nee, ik vergeet het in mijn portmanteau, and portemonnaie, and I tried to use it today, and they were like, only good on the same day. I'm like, oh, well, shit, okay. Yeah. Because of all the weird people and the girls in the drama club that looked French and people who were going through fancy theatrical stuff, they were always talking about portmanteaus and listening to Aaron's parents and linguistics with portmanteau. And now I hear that the Dutch word for wallet is portemonnaie. I guess I'm confused. I'm just like, it's a wallet.